Hello and welcome to Higher Ground Gaming. This is Eric. Today we're going to play another game from our Carl Yastrzemski career replay. This is game number 62 from June 18th of 1961. And we just listened to Ron Juckett's, watched Ron Juckett's replay of the 1956 perfect game thrown by Darren Larson, who just recently passed away. So our condolences to his family and to a great accomplishment in sports history. Definitely. All right. So this is the 1961. It's June 18th, and this is the first game of two in a doubleheader. I think the Red Sox have split the first two games, I want to say, of the series. I'm trying to remember. But anyway, this doubleheader today, and this was a very interesting game. Started by Ike DeLocke and Carl Mathis, or Mathis, however you want to pronounce it. This is actually a 13-12 game. This game was 7-5 in favor of Washington going into the ninth inning. It ended up being 13-12. Red Sox pulled it out. The Senators scored 5 runs in the top of the ninth to make it a 12-5 game, and then the Red Sox exploded for 8 runs, capped off by a Russ Nixon pinch hit single to win it for the Red Sox in the bottom of the ninth. So, bet you a lot of fans went home before that one was over, especially after the top of the ninth there when it was 12-5. But that was quite the comeback. That's even greater than I think the that Mother's Day massacre there that the Red Sox, I can't remember how many runs they scored against the Orioles. I know it was quite a few. It was at least 5, from what I remember, against the Orioles to win it there. 5 or 6. Anyway, so 8 runs in the bottom of the ninth to win it. So probably one of the few bright spots of the season there. So anyway, so this is game number, like I said, 62 of the season. And it's the first game of a doubleheader, like we said. And however, Carl Yastrzemski did not play in the first game at all. He didn't pinch hit or anything, surprisingly, in a 13-12 game. But anyway, he got the day off, so it must have been a scheduled day off, or at least the first game of the doubleheader. Didn't want him to play both ends of the doubleheader, so they gave him the game off. So Carol Hardy will be replacing him in left field today. So the lineup for the hometown Boston Red Sox is going to be, actually we'll go with the Washington lineup since they are the visitor. So Coot Veal will lead it off and play short, followed by Billy Klaus, the third baseman. Jade Woodling is in left, batting third. Batting cleanup is Dale Long. Batting fifth, the center fielder Willie Tasby. Batting sixth, the right fielder Jim King, followed by the second baseman, Jim Cartier. Pete Daly is behind the plate, batting eighth, and Carl Mathis on the hill, batting ninth. So the Red Sox defense behind DeLocke is going to be Hardy in left, Geiger in center, and Jensen in right. Jensen, the most range in right. Hardy, horrible error-wise in left, is about as bad as you can get. Is not very... does not handle the ball very well in left field there. Has an average arm. And Geiger and Jensen above average arms in center and right. So that could be a defensive replacement later on by the rookie possibly there. But we'll see. Depending on what the score is and everything. So the infield is going to be Malzone, Budden, Schilling, and Runnels. Pretty standard there. With Schilling having the best range at second. Malzone and Budden the most error-prone on the left side of the infield. So that whole left side of the field is very suspect there for the Red Sox. Ike DeLocke on the hill is also as bad as Hardy is error-wise, with average range. And Pagaroni behind the plate is above average range and above average pass ball rating. However, also has that horrible 20 rating behind arrow-wise and a slightly below average arm. So the Red Sox do not have their best defense out there, so you can kind of see why it might have been a high-scoring game, at least on the least the Senators may have scored a lot of runs based upon that defense. But DeLocke has done well so far overall for the Red Sox. Slightly high ERA of 4.04, but does have a 5-2 record on the season with 69 innings pitched. Has allowed 80 hits, 27 strikeouts, and 20 walks. So on the actual season, he was 6-9 with a 4.90 earned run average. So he's on a better pace definitely than he was. He's only 1 win away from those 6 wins, so maybe he can improve upon that 6-9 record, which he had in 61. So there we go. So all right. So Coop Veal sits in. Coop Veal, in 4 games against the Red Sox, is hitting .308. In the actual season, he played in 69 games and hit just .202 with 8 runs batted in. So very light hitting shortstop there. So DeLocke looks in for the sign from Pags. Gets the sign he wants. Nods his head. Kicks and delivers. And it's going to be a 1-4. And he takes a ball. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball to second base, shilling up with it over to Runnels for out number 1. And that's how we'll start. So next up for the Senators is going to be Billy Klaus. He hit just .227 on the season with 7 homers, 30 runs batted in. He is hitting .313 in 6 games against the Red Sox so far with a homer and 2 runs batted in. DeLocke looks in for the sign from Pags. He has to wind up in the pitch. And that is going to be a foul ball. So DeLocke will look in for another sign. Kick and deliver. And that is going to be a fly ball to right field. Jensen calls for it and makes the catch for the second out of innings. So 2 up and 2 down in the Washington first. That'll bring up Gene Woodling. Woodley's been struggling against the Red Sox in 9 games. In 30 at-bats, he just has a .133 average with 5 runs batted in. .313 hitter for the actual season with 10 homers, 57 runs batted in 110 games. DeLocke looks in for the sign, kicks and delivers. Looks like we got a range play, which may not be good. 3-3. And that's a fly ball to left. And Hardy is able to get to it, so his range isn't bad. It's just the error check is not going to be good. It's going to be an automatic error pretty much every time there's a check. So the Senators go 1-2-3 in the first. So Mathis on the hill. Mathis was just 0-1 in the actual season. This would be his only start of the season, I believe. And possibly maybe one other. So he's 0-1 with a 10.93 earned run average. He did actually go 8 2/3, I think, in this actual game. Let me check here. Yeah, he went 8 2/3, allowed 8 hits, 9 runs, only 7 of them earned, with 3 walks and 5 strikeouts. So this would be his longest outing of the year. But he was in line for the win, but just fell apart. The wheels fell off in the 9th. So let's see if the Red Sox can get on top early here. So Red Sox lineup is going to be, as usual, Chuck Schilling up on top, leading off. He'll be followed by Carroll Hardy, who's getting a start in left field. Gary Geiger, the center fielder, bats third. Jackie Jensen, the right fielder, bats cleanup. Frank Malzone is your third baseman, batting fifth. Batting sixth behind the plate is Jim Pagliaroni. Pete Reynolds getting a start at short for the injured Vic Wertz. I think he's injured for 2 more games after this one, so you'll see a little bit more of him. He did actually pinch run in this game and scored a run. So Don Bunn, the shortstop, hits 8th, and Ike DeLocke on the hill bats 9th. Defense behind Mathis is going to be Woodling in left, Tasby in center, King in right. Tasby with the best range average in center, Woodling below average in left, and King horrible range in right. So Woodling does not commit any errors in the left. King, the most error prone in right, with an 8 rating. The infield is Klaus, Veal, Cartier, and Long. Same setup as the Red Sox as far as range goes. Red Sox infield. But Long with the most error prone at first. The rest of the infield is pretty good. Behind the plate is Daly. Daly below average range and average pass ball rating with a 9 error rating and a slightly below average arm. Mathis on the hill just has a 2 range, so below average range, but does not commit any errors. So you can kind of see maybe why this was a 13-12 game in the long run, just by the defense of both teams. So, all right, so Mathis on the hill. Mathis, like I said, we went through his stats. Chuck Schilling hitting .269 on the season with 3 homers, 21 runs batted in. Mathis looks in for the sign from Daly. Here's the windup in the pitch to Schilling. And that is going to be a ball. So he takes a ball. Next pitch is going to be a ground ball to his counterpart. Cartier put it over the long for out number 1. So next up, Carroll Hardy getting a start today. Hardy hitting .272 in 39 games on the season with 3 homers, 12 runs batted in. Pitch by Mathis. Lefty kicks and delivers. And that's going to be a called third strike. So Hardy goes down looking. So 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox first. Gary Geiger up there now. Geiger hitting .239 in the replay. Very close to his .232 average for the season. 5 homers, 20 runs batted in 50 games. Here's the pitch. That's going to be a base hit off the pitcher's card. So Geiger is the first hit for either team. First base runner for either team. So that'll bring up Jackie Jensen hitting .323. He's been pretty hot as of late with 9 homers and 36 runs batted in. Only .263 hitter in the actual season with 13 homers and 66 runs batted in. So he's ahead of his pace, both average-wise and home run-wise. So Long will be holding on Geiger at first. Jensen looks in for the sign from Mathis. Here's the windup. Jensen looks in for the pitch. Mathis kicks and delivers. And there's going to be a base hit. So the Red Sox with a little 2-out rally here as Geiger will hold at second. Yes. Woodley gets the ball in quickly. So, runners on first and second with 2 down for Frank Malzone. He can put the Red Sox on top with a base hit. Malzone hitting .301 in the replay with 5 homers, 34 runs batted in. .266 hitter for the actual season. So Mathis looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. Here's the delivery to Malzone. And that's going to be a strikeout. So a called third strike there, as Malzone normally has a really good eye. And he does not agree with the umpire on that one, as Malzone only has a 2 rating for a strikeout here. But the dice roll is a 2, and that will end it. So big pitch there by Mathis to get out of the jam. So after 1 full, no score. It'll be Long, Tasman, King against the lock here in the second. This game would be scoreless through 3 innings in the actual game. And then both teams would score in the 4th, 5th, and 6th. And then 7th and 8th would be scoreless again. And then the 9th, all heck would break loose. So let's see here. All right, so top of the second here. Long hitting .310 in 9 games against the Red Sox with 2 homers, 9 runs batted in. Just a .249 hitter in the actual season with 17, but that does have 17 homers with 49 runs batted in. Here's the windup in the pitch to Long. And that's going to be a ball. Next pitch. And it's a ground ball to second. Schilling up with over the runners for out number 1. Tasby up there now. Has a home run in 7 games against the Red Sox. Just a .227 average, though. .251 on the actual season with 17 homers, 63 runs batted in. The pitch to Tasby. And it's going to be ball 4. It's going to be a walk. So the first base runner for the Senators. So lead off here. 1 out here in the second. Next up is Jim King, the right fielder. King hitting .286 against the Red Sox with a homer. .270 for the actual season with 11 homers and 46 runs batted in 110 games. Here's the pitch. He's got a Fenway Park check here. 6-2, and that's going to be a ground ball and a little nubber in front of the plate. Pags picks it up. His only play is going to be to first, though, as Tasby will advance into second. So, fielder's choice for King. So, runner in scoring position now with 2 down for Cartier. Cartier just a .235 hitter for the season with 2 homers, 35 runs batted in. Dellock looking to get out of it with no damage. Looks in for the sign, looks back at the runner, kicks and delivers. And he's going to take a ball. So next pitch, that's going to be a base hit. And that's going to score the run. Well, Tasby was off on contact there with 2 down. And let's see here. Let's see there. He is going to... Let's see here. Runner advances. Yeah, 6, no throw. So he will advance to second on the throw home. So an RBI single for Cartier. Puts the Senators on top first here in the top of the second. So Pete Daly up to now, number 8 hitter. Catcher comes in hitting .238 against the Red Sox in 7 games so far with 3 runs batted in. Just a .192 hitter for the season with 2 homers, 17 runs batted in 72 games. Here's the pitch to Daly. And that's going to be a strike. Daly thought he had ball 4 there. And next pitch, the line went back to the box. DeLong will make the catch in self-defense. But that'll end the inning. But the Senators score first. And it's 1-0 as we head to the bottom of the second. It'll be Pagliaroni, Runnels, and Budden up for the Sox. Pagliaroni would homer in this game. In the actual game. Pagliaroni hitting .298 on the season with 5 homers, 25 runs batted in. So off to a good start in 50 games. Here's the windup and the pitch to Pags. And that's going to be ball 4. That'll be a walk. So Runnels up there now. Looks like the Red Sox are going to go with a little hit and run here. Runnels hitting .271 in the replay with 4 homers, 17 runs batted in. He already has more home runs than he did in the actual season in just a third of the games approximately. So the Red Sox going with the hit and run here with Pags running. He'll be off on the pitch. Delivery to Runnels. And they'll stay out of the... Oh, actually, will they stay out? Yeah. No, they will not stay out of the double play. As he grounds up over to Cartier, to Veal. Veal over to Cartier to get the lead runner. But no return throw as Runnels will reach on the fielder's choice. So to bring up Budden now. Budden hitting .270 on the season with 20 runs batted in. Still looking for his first home run of the season. This would be a great time here. We'll put the Red Sox back on top. Or on top. And we have a Fenway Park check here. 5-3. And that's going to be a base hit. And Budden takes a big turn at first, but he's going to hold there. Trying to deke a throw, so Runnels will have a chance to score, but Runnels wasn't going anywhere. So it'll put runners at the corners with 1 down for Dellock. Thinking about doing a squeeze here, but nah, not quite a good enough punter, so we're not going to go with that. So alright, so Dellock will hit away here, it looks like. Runners at the corners. Mathis looks in for the sign from Daly, looks at the runners, kicks and delivers. And Dellock will strike out for out number 2. That'll bring up Schilling. Schilling with a chance to tie the game here with a base hit. Mathis looks in for the sign. Here's the delivery. It's going to be a range play. This could be a good thing, especially if it's hit to the outfield. And it's going to be a ground ball to third. And Mathis will make the play. Fires over to first to get Schilling to retire the side. So the Red Sox threaten but do not score. It remains 1-0 as we head to the third. So it'll be Mathis in the top of the order, Veal and Klaus for against the lock here in the third. Mathis does not have a hit yet against the Red Sox. Mathis is let's check it out here, 140 hitter with 6 runs batted and does have 8 runs scored on the season and 107 at-bats. So not too bad of a batter. Productive batter anyway. Not for average, but for getting on base anyway. So 4-2, that's going to be a range play. And that is going to be pass Button. So Button takes a bad angle to that one, and Mathis will reach on the base hit. So leadoff runner is on for the Senators. That'll bring up Coop Veal. And wow. So it looks like they're going to have Mathis try to steal here. It does have a 20 rating and it says to steal, so I'm going to go for it. We're going to follow the strategy here. 6-4. And this could be no power by Veal, thankfully. So let's see what happens here. So that is going to be a double. Ouch. And are they going to send him? Let's see here. So lead runner advances. Yep. So that will be Mathis will. His base runner is a 0, so he's going to hold. Despite being off on the pitch trying to steal, they're going to hold him at third with nobody out. Row is less than equal to the base runner. Trailing runner advances on the throw. Nope. So the roll was greater than the base runner. So he is gonna. Hold on here. So check second roll of die in one chart. Okay. So the runner holds. So this ABR says the runner holds there. So if he holds, then none of this stuff can happen right here. Because there's no place for him to go. So, and that is red. So the red would mean hold. So otherwise Veal would run into the back of him and be thrown out. Anyway, so we're just going to keep him there, second and third. So the Senators are threatening here after the double by Veal. And it's going to bring up really close. Let's see. I don't think we want to. Yeah, we don't want to try to put him on there. So, alright, so Klaus up to the plate now. Klaus 0 for 1 on the day. Talak in a bit of trouble here with nobody out and two runners in scoring position. And we have a Fenway Park check here, which may not be good. It's going to be a fly ball to left. And Hardy's going to make the catch. And Mathis will tag and score. And Veal will advance to third. So both runners tag on the throw home. And it's 2-0 now, with 1 down now. Runner on third. So Woodling up there now. Woodling 0 for 1. Delok looks in for the sign, looks at Veal. Kicks and delivers. And it'll be a fly ball to center. Let's see if they're going to send the runner. Nope, they're not going to. As Geiger comes in charging, and they're not going to test Geiger's arm there. Especially, it wasn't deep enough. So Veal will hold. Only a 2 base runner there. So 2 down now. And that'll bring up Dale Long. Long 0 for 1. So Red Sox will love to get out of this one with only 1 run scored. Now the Fenway Park check, however, 1-1. That's going to be a fly ball to center. Geiger calls for it, can of corn, and makes the catch. So Senators do score 1, and after 2.5, it's 2-0 Washington. So Hardy up there now. Hardy struck out in his first at bat. Mathis looks in for the sign. His delivery. That's going to be a base hit. Off the pitcher's card. So it'll be Geiger singled his first time up. Hardy being held on by Long. Here's the pitch by Mathis. And that's going to be a walk. So the first 2 runners on for the Red Sox. So first and second, nobody out for Jackie Jensen, who singled in his first at bat. Mathis looks in for the sign. Looks at the runners. Here's the delivery. And that's another great 6-5. We'll take that roll all day. That's another base hit. And both runners will advance. Hardy will come in to score, and Geiger will go first to third. And it's a 2-1 game now. So Jensen with an RBI single puts the Red Sox on the board. Malzone up there now. As Daly is going to go out to talk to Mathis. Goes back behind the plate. Looks at the runners. Kicks and delivers. Oh! Nope, it's too high. Too high at 16. It'll be higher than that 6, so that will not work. Let's see what happens. It's going to be off Malzone's card, though, and that is going to be a ground ball to first. And we're going to send the runner home with a 6. They're going to try the double play since they're up by a run. So Geiger will come in to score. They're going to get the runner at second, but the return throw is not in time. And Malzone will reach on the fielder's choice. An RBI ground out, and that'll tie the game at 2. So next up, Pagaroni. He walked his first at bat. Malzone being held on by Long. Here's the pitch by Mathis. Range play. And that is going to be a base hit. Oh, actually a range play, so very tough play for Veal, so that is going to be they're going to rule it. Fish score is going to call that a base hit as Malzone holds at second. So Red Sox would like to take the lead here. Runnels up there now. Runnels 0 for 1. Again, Runnels playing for the injured Wirtz. Possible error on a throw here. This could be good. 2-1. And that is going to be a ground ball to short. And Veal will make the play. He'll go the short way to Cartier. And that will end the inning. But the Red Sox score 2 and tie the game 2-2. Oh, that was double play. Okay, there was only 1 out. So, all right. So, top of the 4th. Tasby, King, and Cartier for the Senators. Now in a 2-2 game. So, new life for DeLocke. Tasby walked and scored his first time up. The pitch by DeLocke. And that's a strikeout swinging, so that's the first strikeout for DeLocke today. Jim King up there now 0 for 1 on the day. And back-to-back strikeouts to start the 4th here. So next up will be Cartier. He singled, an RBI single his first time up. And that will be a walk. So 2 strikeouts followed by a walk. He'll be held on by Runnels at first. Daly up there now 0 for 1. And strikes out. So he strikes out the side, sandwiched around a walk. And just what you want to do if your team just tied it up. So as we head to the bottom of the 4th, it's a 2-2 game. So it'll be Budden, DeLocke, and then the top of the order, Schilling. Anybody gets on, Hardy. So Budden singled his first time up. Mathis looks in for the sign. Here's the delivery. And that's going to be a fly ball to Woodley in left. And he'll make the catch for out number 1. DeLocke up there now. He struck out his first time up. And that's going to be a liner to back to the pitcher. He has a 0 rating, so he will make the catch. No error on that one. So 2 up and 2 down for the Red Sox in the 4th. So it'll bring up Schilling. Schilling 0 for 2 on the day. And it'll be a base hit. off Schilling's card. So Red Sox with a 2-out base runner. So Carroll Hardy 1 for 2 with a run scored. Schilling being held on by Mathis. Schilling with decent speed at first. Here's the pitch. That's a fly ball to Kane left. He'll call for it and make the catch to end the inning. So ahead to the 5th. Score knotted at 2. Mathis lead it off. Singled and scored his first time out. He does not get hit by the pitch. Next pitch is going to be a base hit. So Schilling with Mathis with a base hit. Brings up top of the order Veal. He's 1 for 2 with a double. Possible error here, 1-2. That's going to be a ground ball to first. Reynolds with a very low error rating. And a 20, he'll make the play. Let's see if he can turn 2 here. He's over to second for 1, so a 3-6-3 double play. Pitcher's best friend, that double play. So 2 outs near the top of the 5th. Brings up Billy Klaus. He's 0 for 1 with an RBI. And that's a ground ball to Malzone at third. He'll make the play to end the inning. So halfway through, we're knotted at 2 here at Fenway Park. So bottom of the 5th, Red Sox will have Geiger, Jensen, and Malzone. Geiger singled and walked. Scored a run. And if that were only, he was facing a righty. But Geiger did not hit any home runs against left-handed pitching. So that will be a ground ball to third. Klaus up with it over to long. 5-3 on the putout. And there's 1 down. Jackie Jensen, he's a perfect 2 for 2 with an RBI. And he takes a ball. Next pitch will be a fly ball to Woodling. He'll call for it and make the catch. 2 up and 2 down in the Red Sox 5th. Mathis starting to get a little tired out there. Malzone up there now. He's 0 for 2 with an RBI. And that's a ground ball to short. Veal up with it over to long. And that will do it for the Red Sox in the 5th. So we head to the 6th. 2-2, still the score. Woodling, Long, and Tasby up against DeLocke in his 6th inning of work. Here's the pitch by Woodling. By DeLocke. And that's a fly ball that Geiger handles for out number 1. Long up there now. Still looking for his first hit of the day. 4-3. And that's hit right back to the box. DeLocke flips it to Reynolds for out number 2. So that'll bring up Tasby. Tasby's 0 for 1 with a walk and a run scored. 1-5, and that's going to be a fly ball to Hardy in left. He'll make the catch, and that will do it for the Senators in the top of the 6th. So still remains 2-2 the score. As we head to the bottom of the 6th, Mathis will face Pagaroni, Reynolds, and DeLocke. See if the Red Sox can get to Mathis this inning. This may be his last. 6-4-3, and that is going to be a base hit off the lefty. So Pagaroni gets his 2nd hit of the day. Let's see, do we want to have Reynolds bunt? Probably not. Reynolds is a decent hitter, so we're going to have him hit. We're not going to go with the hit and run either, though. Anyway, alright, so Reynolds up there now, 0 for 2 on the day. Looking to at least advance the base runner to scoring position. Possible error on a throw here, 5-2. Oh, and this could be good. And it's going to be good as Reynolds is going to get himself a RBI triple. Tasby gets it in quickly, but as quick as he could anyway. So the Red Sox will take the lead now in the RBI triple by Pete Runnels. So good thing they didn't have a bunt. Rewards his manager with a triple. So Budden up there now. Budden 1 for 2 on the day. Red Sox looking to add to the lead here. Still nobody out. There is action in the Washington bullpen. Here's the pitch by Mathis, 3-1. And, this could be a home run possibly. Home run possibility, 15% chance. No, not even close there. 3-4. And that will die on the track as Woodling will make the catch. Should be deep enough to score him, though. So Runnels tags and will score easily. And the Red Sox add to the lead now, 4-2. So that'll bring up the lock. They're going to let Mathis pitch to the pitcher here. So it looks like, let's see who we have warming up in the pen. Looks like Dave Sizzler is warming up in the pen there. So the lock steps into the box. Here's the pitch by Mathis. And he'll strike out looking for out number 2. Doesn't look like the Sizzler's ready yet, so they're going to let Mathis pitch to Schilling, who's 1 for 3 on the day. Trying to get him to close out the inning here anyway. So 4-1. So Mathis is up 4th in the next inning, so 3-5. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Over to first, and that will do it. So we head to the 7th with the Red Sox now with a 4-2 lead, and we'll be right back as Miss Maggs wants to come in the room. Be right back. So, all right, we're back. So it'll be King, Cartier, and Daly, and then the pitcher spot. It's likely to be the last inning for Mathis regardless. Oh, that last half was. So Jim King 0 for 2 with a strikeout. And that's going to be another strikeout. So 4th strikeout for DeLocke, who's found his rhythm here. Now with a 2-run lead. So Cartier, he's 1 for 1 with a walk and an RBI. Pitch by DeLocke. DeLocke's starting to tire a little bit, it looks like. That's going to be a 1-4, and that's going to be a fly ball to Hardy left for out number 2. So 2 up and 2 down in the Washington 7th, which is what you want to see after your team just takes the lead. 1-2-3, hopefully inning. So Daly up there now. He's in the way of a 1-2-3 inning. He's 0 for 2. And he just takes a ball. DeLocke thought he had him there. And he wished he would have had him because his next pitch is going to be a triple to left as Hardy takes a bad angle on that one. So a 2-out triple. And that's going to be it for Mathis as he's going to be out of there. So they're going to bring in a pinch hitter. And they did not use a pinch hitter in this one, so they did use a pinch runner. So let's check out Hinton, see how good of a runner he is. How good of a hitter he is. So Hinton, 106 games, 339 at bats, 260 hitter. So we're going to let Hinton pitch hit for Mathis. And we hit the wrong key there. So we're going to get it's going to crash. So I'll be right back. Alright, I'm not sure exactly what happened here, but I know it was an out, so I'm just going to go with an out here if it brings it up. 5-1. Yeah. That's going to work. Alright. So. Ooh, hold on there. That wasn't what happened. My bad on that one. Or was that what happened? Oh, I forgot. Let's see here. I gotta go check now. I remember now. Pete Daly got a triple. Okay. So, we'll go back here. 1-6. And do we want that one? No, we don't want that. We want... this right here, yeah. And then this roll, we want to be over here. And then this is a triple. There you go. Alright, so now we're going to pinch hit from Mathis, and that was... We're going to have Chuck Hinton pinch hit, so we're going to click on here. And we're going to go Hinton here. And back to the game. There we go. Alrighty, so Chuck Hinton comes on the pinch hit. Hinton hitting .304 against the Red Sox in 8 games with an RBI. .260 in the actual season with 6 homers, 34 runs batted in 106 games. So Hinton representing the tying run here. And we're going to let DeLocke pitch to him. So here's the pitch to Hinton. Oh, and that's not going to be good. That's going to score the run, and that is going to be it for DeLocke. As the Red Sox did have action in the pen, it looks like Billy Muffet, the former starter, is going to come in to replace DeLocke. So Muffet's going to come in, this being a doubleheader. They want to preserve their other relievers. So Billy Muffet comes in with a 5.56 earned run average, pretty close to what his average was on the actual season. He did get all 3 of his wins, though, that he got in the actual season already. So 3 and 4 with 1 save on the season. 55 innings pitched, 60 hits allowed, 22 walks, 22 strikeouts and 20 walks. So Muffet will try to keep this a 4-3 game. His runner on first, responsibility of DeLocke. So DeLocke can win it, cannot lose it. So Veal up there, top of the order. So the pinch hitter, Hinton, pays off for Washington. So Veal up there now, he's 1 for 3 with a double. 2, and then it's going to be a ground ball back to Muffet, and that's going to end the inning. So Dave Sizzler will come in. He's their closer. He'll come in here. Try to keep this a 4-3 game. There we go. So Sizzler has pitched an inning against the Red Sox, has a save, and has allowed just one hit in that inning. No runs. 2-8 on the actual season with a 4.20 earned average and 11 saves. 60 innings pitched, 55 hits allowed, 43 walks in those 60 innings, and 30 strikeouts. So he can get wild. So Carroll Hardy, Geiger, and Jensen against Sizzler here in the bottom of the 7th. So Hardy 1 for 3 with a strikeout and a run scored. 5-3, and that is going to be... It's going to be a base hit past the shortstop Veal. So leadoff runner is on for the Red Sox. Red Sox looking to get that run back. So Geiger 1 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Hardy being held on by Long. Here's the pitch by Sizzler. And that's going to be a walk, so not a good start for Sizzler. So first and second. Nobody out for Jackie Jensen, who's 2 for 3 with an RBI. Here's the pitch. And that's going to be a ground ball to second. This could be 2. Over to second for 1. Back to first. Double play. So Hardy will move to third, but now with 2 down. So it'll take a base hit from Malzone to get the run home now. So Malzone looking for his first hit of the day. Does have an RBI. Here's the pitch. And it's going to be a strike. Next pitch to Malzone. That's going to be a ground ball to short. Veal up with over to long. And that will do it. So the Red Sox unable to score there, and it remains a 1-run game as we head to the 8th. So Muffet will face Klaus, Woodling, and Long if anybody gets on Tasby. So Klaus 0 for 2 with an RBI. Oh, and thankfully that's a 15, so that will not be a home run. But what will it be? It will be a ground ball to first. Runnels will take it to the bag himself for out number 1. So Woodling up there now, hitless on the day. All those at-bats coming against the lock. And oh, that would have been normally a base hit, but that 20 roll there, 1-17 would have been a base hit. But fortunately it's a base hit. Muffet cannot handle it, and they're going to call it an infield hit. So Long up there now, Woodling holding on. Woodling being held on by Runnels, representing the tying run. Long is 0 for 3 on the day. Here's the pitch. No, he's not getting hit by the pitch. 1-1, and that's going to be a ground ball to short. This could be 2. And they're going to get the first runner, but turn throw is not in time. And Tasby will reach on the fielder's choice. So 2 down now. The runner on first for Tasby. He's 0 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. Here's the pitch by Muffet. And oh, Muffet thought he had him. Takes a ball. Next pitch, ground ball to short. Biden will flip it to Schilling to go the short way to end the inning. So we head to the bottom of the 8th, and the score is still 4-3 Red Sox. So Sizzler back out there for his second inning of work. So Pagliarone 2 for 2 with a walk and a run scored. It'll be Pagliarone, Runnels, Budden, and then the pitcher spot. 6-4. And that's going to be a strikeout on Pagliarone. He goes down looking for out number 1. Runnels 1 for 3 with a triple and run scored and an RBI. Part of that rally which put the Red Sox on top. 4-6, and that is going to be, takes a ball. Next pitch. That is going to be a base hit. Past the dive of Klaus. So a 1-out base runner. And that is going to be it for Sizzler, as he has run out of gas, and Marty Katina, who had been warming up in the bullpen, is going to come in now. So Katina, who pitched in yesterday's game, will come in. So Katina, 340 and 1-0 record against the Red Sox in 5 1/3 innings pitched. 4 hits allowed, 3 strikeouts, has not walked a batter. In the actual season, he was 6-8 with a 3.97 run average and 3 saves. 143 innings pitched, 147 hits allowed, 46 walks, and 64 strikeouts. So Katina in there now with a runner on first and 1 down. He'll face Budden. Budden 1 for 2 with an RBI. Here's the pitch as the run is being held on. And that's a fly ball to Woodling left, and he'll make the catch for out number 2. And Muffet. Muffet is going to come out of this game and be lifted for a pinch hitter. Yeah. So Muffet will come out of the game. And Rip Rapolsky, our favorite, is going to come in and pinch hit. So Rip Rapolsky, he's actually played in more games, but does not have quite as many at-bats. He did have an at-bat in this game, so he's actually done better than he has did in the actual season. So 318 average with an RBI, but 5 runs scored. Only had 2 runs scored in the actual season, so he does have 2 more at-bats after this one, so he's still got only 2 more at-bats left in the season, so this might be one of the last chances we'll see Rip Rapolsky, unfortunately, because he's been good so far as a pinch hitter. So hopefully he can deliver here. Keep the inning going. So Coutinho looks in for the sign, looks at the runner. Here's the delivery to Rapolsky. Takes a ball 3. Next pitch, and he's going to deliver with a base hit. Runnels will round second and go all the way to third, so they'll put runners at the corners. Red Sox would love to get an insurance run here, especially if anything close to what happens in the in this game, in the actual game, in which 13 runs were scored. Don't think that's going to happen, but you never know. So Schilling up there now, 1 for 4 on the day. Base hit will score a run here and put the Red Sox up by 2. So Schilling 1 for 4 on the day. Coutinho looks in for the sign, looks at the runners. There is no action in the Washington bullpen. So 1-6, and that's going to be, oh no, he's not tired, so we'll see what happens. It's going to be off Schilling's card, and that is going to be a ground ball to third. Klaus over to long to end the inning. So the Red Sox unable to get that insurance run, and Ted Wills, he's going to come in. Ted Wills did not have a save on the season. So I'm tempted not to bring him in just because. Let's see who was used in that next game. So we'll see who we're going to bring in. If Wills had a save, I'd bring him in, but he does not have a save. So that was not the situation. Red Sox were getting blown out. So that's why Wills came in. So yeah, we're not going to probably bring him in. Maybe bring in Nichols possibly, or we'll see who was used in this game. So it looks like Fornellis was used. So we'll bring in Mike Fornellis. He would be their closer, so he would most likely be the guy to bring in. And he pitched. He actually pitched 6 innings in the next game. The next game, unbelievably, went 13 innings, and Gene Conley started with 7, and then Mike Fornellis pitched 6. So Fornellis has some innings to work with here, so we're going to bring him in here. So Mike Fornellis is going to come in and try to close it out here. He's been better as of late. 1-3 record on the season with 6 saves, 3.68 earned run average. 44 innings pitched, 45 hits allowed. 22 strikeouts and 14 walks. So hopefully he can close it out here and send the Fenway fans. I'm not sure what kind of a doubleheader this was. If it was a separate admission one, or if it was a probably both games for the price of one, I would think. But anyway, so the fans can get a win on the first game and look forward to that second game. All right, so let's see here. So it'll be King, Cartier, and Daly, and then the pitcher spot. So Fornellis looking for a 1-2-3 inning here, or something close to that. So King is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. So Fornellis looks in for the sign from Pags. Here's the windup in the pitch to King. And it's going to be a foul ball. Roll it again. 5-1, and that is going to be a range play. 1-6. Oh, that's going to be a possible base hit here. Oh, Geiger, come on. 1, 2, and 3 on the roll. And that's going to be a 6. Nobody would have got to that one. Very tough play for Geiger. That's going to fall in there for a single. So the tying run is in scoring position, and Cartier is going to be called on the bunt here. So the Red Sox will bring in the infield here. Or do they want to just bring in the corners? I think they're just going to bring the corners in. We're going to bring the corners in. Malzone Runnels in on the grass here, expecting a bunt from Cartier. King not with great speed, so we'll see what happens here. So sacrifice. Here's the pitch by Fornellis, 5-2. And oh, it's going to be a great bunt, and everybody's going to be safe. Ugh. So put runners on the tying and go-ahead runs will be on now. So once again, the Red Sox bullpen is very suspect again. So Daly is 1 for 3 with a triple and a run scored up there now. And he's not a great bunter, so he will not be bunting. So Fornelli looks in for the sign after talking with Pagliarone. Looks at the runners. He has a delivery. Fenway fans can't bear to look at this one. And it's a strikeout by Fornelli. Gets him swinging for out number 1. So Marty Katina is going to be replaced by, Marty Keogh was used in this second game. Let's see in the first game. Yeah, so he was there wasn't a pinch hit. Looks like Marty Keogh is going to come on to pinch hit for Katina. So Marty Keogh, yeah, he's not bad. 249, 9 homers, and 34 runs batted. So Marty Keogh is going to come on the pinch hit. I'm gonna replace King with a pinch runner too, because they did use a pinch runner in the game. We already used him though. So, but I'm gonna replace King with somebody who's fast. Let's see here, base runner. I don't think they really have any. Oh, they do. Oh, Marty Keogh, he's up to bat though. So we'll put in Danny O'Connell for him. He's slightly faster. See if he was used in the doubleheader at all, or if there was another pinch hitter used in the second game. Let's see here. No, there was not. We'll check in the first 2 games of the series and see if there were any other pinch hitters used. So any pinch runners. Just to try to get as close as possible to the actual usages and everything. Okay, Keogh was used as a pinch runner again. Let's see here, previous game to that. So that was Saturday's game. If not, we'll just go with O'Connell here. Yeah, Klaus was used as a pinch hitter, but yeah, we're just going to go with O'Connell here. So, not what I wanted to do. Let's go back to the game first. Make sure we do this right so it does not crash. So King, there we go. And we're going to go with O'Connell there. There we go. No, why does it keep replacing him? We purposely clicked the pinch runner right here. Actually, I know, we gotta click this, that's right. Very picky, his inside pitch. There. Oops, he's already in the lineup. You're kidding me. Okay, let's try it now. There we go. Alright. That was tougher than it should have been. Okay, so no, Danny O'Connell is not up to bat. Why is it putting him at... It's got Marty Keogh as a pinch hitter, but it says Danny O'Connell is now pinch... Boy, what's going on here? Let's try to undo this. That's going to undo Cartier, though. But anyway, we'll make sure Cartier gets on first somehow. Yeah, it's definitely inside pitch. One of the things I have against inside pitch is that it's a pain in the butt sometimes with this very unintuitive interface sometimes. Okay, that's... Yeah, there should have been an out there. I can't remember how he made the out. I know he did make an out. So we got to make an out without advancing the runners. So 2-5. So just go here. 5-3. Oh, man. No, we can't do that. That's not going to do it. We'll just go a strikeout. All right. Which one of these will get? Just go with a fly ball here. That'll work. Okay. Does the same thing. Because, again, we're playing as the Red Sox. If we were playing a full season replay, they might make a difference in the overall stats. But we're just playing primarily the Red Sox stats, so I'm not going to worry about it. Okay, here. So now, all right. So this is what we did. We replaced Keogh. Let's see. Let's replace the. Let's do the pinch runner here first. We'll put O'Connell in. Oops. Cancel. Make sure we do this right here. Okay. All right. You got to hit this runner right here. O'Connell is going to go in there. There you go. Okay, go back to the game, and now we're going to replace Katina with Keogh. There we go. All right. All right, now we're all set. So, runners on first and second. We got a slightly better runner on second here. Keogh is going to be called the sacrifice, so he's going to bunt with... Do we want him to bunt? No, he's already in scoring position. We're not going to have him bunt. That just doesn't make any sense with 1 out already. We're going to try to increase our chances here and try to get 2 shots at getting him in. That would be the smarter thing, I think. Okay, so Fornelius looks in for the sign from Pagaroni. Here's a wind-up in the pitch. 5-1. And that's going to be a liner to second. This could be a double play. And that would end the game. And the runner will be doubled up as O'Connell gets too far off the bag. And Schilling catches it near the bag and tags the bag for the double play as the runner gets doubled up. And it's a bad base running by the pinch runner O'Connell there. And that will end it as the Red Sox defeat the Washington Senators in Game 1 of this doubleheader 4-3. Again, much different than the actual game, which was a 13-12 game. But the Red Sox will take it. So, all right. So, Fenway fans, very happy with that. So, we'll save our stats here. So, the rookie Carl Yastrzemski did not play in this one. I'm sure he'll play in the next one. We'll check just to be sure at the end of the game here. Let's see. So, let's check here. Okay. So the Senators, whoops. Alrighty, so here we are. So let's go through the final box score here. The Red Sox win 4-3. And no home runs by either team. So DeLocke gets the win. He's now 6-2. Mathis gets the loss, and Mike Fornellis gets his 7th save of the season. So for the winning Red Sox, DeLocke goes 6 2/3, pitches, allows 6 hits, 3 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks and 4 strikeouts, but all around not a bad outing. ERA stays at 4.04. Billy Muffet came in and pitched an inning and a third, allowing 1 hit. He would qualify as a hold in today's game. ERA drops down to 5.44. Mike Fornellis gets his 7th save, as we said. A little shaky, though. Pitches 1 inning, allows 2 hits. ERA down to 3.60 now. So for the Senators, Mathis goes 6 innings, allowing 9 hits, 4 runs, all of them earned, 2 walks, 4 strikeouts. ERA now at 6. Dave Sizzler pitched an inning and a third, allowing 2 hits, a walk, and a strikeout, and Katina came in and pitched 2/3 inning, allowing 1 hit. For the Red Sox, Chuck Schilling was 1 for 5. Carol Hardy getting a start today. In left, it was 2 for 4 with a run scored. Gary Geiger was 1 for 2 with a run scored and 2 walks. Jackie Jensen was 2 for 4 with an RBI. Frank Malzone 0 for 4 but with an RBI. Jim Pagliarone was 2 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Pete Runnels was 2 for 4, getting a start in place of the injured Vic Wertz. Yeah. It's a tongue twister there. At first 2 for 4 with a run scored and an RBI, including a triple. And Don Bunnan was 1 for 3 with an RBI. Ike DeLocke was 0 for 3 at the plate. Billy Muffet did not get in a bat. Rick Popolski was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter. Mike Fornells did not get in a bat. So I think we're going to give Jim Pagliarone there a player of the game there, as he went 2 for 3 with a triple. No, he didn't get a triple. That was Runnels that went 2 for 4 with a triple. Yeah, we'll give it to Pete Runnels, 2 for 4 with a triple there. And a run scored. Yeah, kind of like a team effort today in this one. But if we had to pick one, I guess we'd either go with Runnels or Pagliarone. Or even Jackie Jensen for that matter, but I think we'll give it to Pete Runnels. So, all right, so that is it for the Red Sox there. So, Coot Veal, the leadoff hitter, went 1 for 4 with a double for Washington. Billy Kloss, the third baseman, went 0 for 3 with a RBI. Gene Woodling, 1 for 4. Dale Long was 0 for 4. Willie Tasby, 0 for 3 with a run scored and a walk. Jim King was 1 for 4. Chuck Cottier was 2 for 3 with an RBI and a walk. Pete Daly, 1 for 4 with a run scored and a triple. So a couple of triples in this game. Carl Mathis had a good day at the plate for the Senators. Went 2 for 2. A pair of singles and a run scored. And Chunk Hinton was 1 for 1 as a pinch hitter with an RBI single. And Sizzler and Katina did not get a bat. Marty Keough was 0 for 1 as a pinch hitter. So that is it, as the Red Sox improve to 29 and 33. They were actually 33 and 31 at this point. So see how they did. Let's see how they did in the actual second game of the doubleheader. So I think they might have lost. No, they won, actually. So they did win the doubleheader. So the Red Sox want to keep pace and get to closer to 500. They'll have to win the next game. So there you go. So let's, before I forget, save it here. So we save it to text and save it to HTML. Because if we don't do that, it won't record it. So we'll just start it here and see if the box go to HTML. All right, there you go. Oops. Anyway, so that is it. See you later from Fenway Park. We'll see you in Game 2 of the doubleheader as the Red Sox face the Senators and try to get a win of the series. So take care and God bless, and we'll see you in the next Carl Yastrzemski career replay. And let's just check to make sure Yastrzemski is playing. And he will be batting third, playing in left field and batting third. So take care and God bless. We'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye now.